Good afternoon, everyone. We are about to begin our processional. To enable everyone to have a better view of the graduates and possible photo opportunities, we ask you to please remain seated. I would like to welcome everyone to Potosi High School commencement ceremony for the graduating class of 2022. We are all very excited to be involved in this very special day in these young people's lives. Graduation is a major milestone and celebration. Today is something that these graduates can be very proud of, and sharing this moment with family and friends makes it even more special. Often, high school graduation is thought of as an ending, but today, I ask you to entertain a different perspective. Rather than an ending, today's ceremony marks a new beginning for each of you. And while your accomplishments to date should be celebrated, I challenge every one of you to have them pale in comparison to the things you will accomplish in the future. Good luck.
At this time, I would like to introduce one of our co-valedictorians, Mr. Joseph Vogelsberg. Joe is the son of Steve and Angie Vogelsberg. He is graduating with a 3.99 GPA. While in high school, Joe was a valued member of the football, basketball, and baseball teams. He was also a member of NHS and the FFA and the FCA. Joe will be majoring in project management at UW-Platteville this fall. Please welcome Mr. Joseph Vogelsberg.
Thank you for those kind words, Mr. Abraham. Good afternoon, parents, teachers, students, and members of the community. First, I would like to thank everyone for coming to this ceremony to honor the graduating class of 2022. To my classmates, this is a very important day in our lives. As we gather around to celebrate more than a decade of long, hard work, I realize that I could have not done it without the support of those around me, such as my parents, teachers, coaches, and classmates. My parents maintained faith in me. My teachers inspired me. My coaches taught me to never quit and that teamwork is more important than individual accomplishments. And my classmates, well, what can I say when I have characters like Brad Perry in our class? My classmates always picked me up when I was down and they never left me with anything but a smile on my face. I started my education at St. Andrew Thomas Catholic School. After spending 8 years learning alongside a smaller group of friends, the jump to Potosi High School was a pretty big change for a small kid like me. Literally, I was 5 feet tall and weighed about 40 pounds soaking wet. Although I knew quite a few of my new classmates, it took the help of my teachers and classmates to make the transition smooth. Today I look back and realize that even though I was nervous about the new daily routine, new faces, and a new environment, that change was fun and it brought many memorable experiences. I will always remember the days that we spent time in Mrs. Brunton's room throwing her squishy toy cows around at each other despite her requests that we do not do so. Let's just say that her demands were not very moving. As we move on, some of us will be going to college, some of us will be entering the workforce. Regardless of direction, I know we will all be successful no matter which path we choose. It will not be easy. Each of us will have a new daily routine, each of us will spend our upcoming days surrounded by new faces, and each of us will be working or studying in a new environment. Like when I started high school, I am nervous, but I am assured that we, the class of 2022, have been taught the skills necessary to be successful. During these last 4 years, we have also learned how to be people of a good moral character. That reminds me of something Mr. Siegert always says. While playing football, Coach Siegert would get us ready every week for the game on Friday night. During most weeks, this meant that you studied your opponent, gave it all in the practice field, and listened to your coach's strategies. Monday through Thursday, you had a job to do. You're ready for Friday night. When Thursday evening rolled around, the team had done about everything that it could to prepare for the battle. Once the hard work was put in, Mr. Siegert would proudly make a comparison to farming and say, "The hay is in the barn." Class of 2022, congratulations. And I am proud to say the hay is in the barn.
And now the Potosi High School Choir. Our second valedictorian this year is Mr. Levi Grill. He is the son of Jeremy and Tara Grill. He is also graduating with a 3.99 GPA. Levi also made the most of his high school career by participating in football, basketball, and baseball. He was also a member of NHS, FCA, and the FFA, through which he recently competed in the National Land Judging Contest in Oklahoma City. Levi will be attending UW-Platteville this fall, majoring in mechanical engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, our second co-valedictorian, Mr. Levi Guru.
Thank
thank you, Mr. Abernathy, for that introduction. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for coming. It's an honor to be up here in front of you representing my class. Well, guys, we've finally gotten through the worst 4 years of our lives. Hopefully it wasn't too bad of a time for anyone. We've all worked hard to get to this point, and we've had a lot of fun along the way. From food fights during lunch to the bus rides home after our sports games. We've also been through some interesting times together due to the pandemic, with online learning, quarantines, and mask mandates. Not too many classes before us have experienced the unique circumstances that we have. And I think these things have made us stronger and more appreciative of what we have here in this small rural community. We all made some good memories throughout our years of high school, and we will remember them for the rest of our lives. Now that we've achieved this milestone in our lives, we can move on to bigger and better things. Although we've been working toward this for the past 4 years, and it feels like such a relief that we're here, we're not done yet. We all have something that we are moving on to after this, whether it's college or going into the workforce. We will have to continue to learn and work hard to make our goals a reality. Always push yourself to be the best that you can be. As quickly as the world is changing, we must be able to adapt, yet continue to honor the values that have been instilled in us. Now I'd like to take some time to thank everyone who has helped me throughout high school. First, I'd like to thank my classmates. Without them, high school would not have been the same. They helped me study and always made class a good time. Next, I'd like to thank all my teachers and staff here at school. They were always there and ready to help if I ever needed it. I'd also like to thank my coaches, who always pushed me to do my best and taught me to never give up. Lastly, I'd like to thank my parents. They've always been supportive and encouraged me to do my best in all that I do. Without them, I wouldn't be here today. So, class of 2022, let's use what we have learned in school so far to help us accomplish our future goals. I know that each of us can do whatever we put our minds to if we work at it. Never stop working towards your dreams. Congratulations, class of 2022.
Continuing the tradition we started a few years ago by inviting back a Potosi graduate who not only embraces the character and values of our community, but has gone on to excel by exhibiting these qualities and characteristics in his personal life. This year we are honored that Dr. John Slayback is willing and able to be here to address our graduates. He is a Potosi High School graduate of the class of 1989. His parents are Dennis and Connie Slayback. Please welcome John Slayback.
I joked with Mike when he talked to me. I didn't know if this was supposed to be a 4 to 5 minute speech or a 45-minute speech. So I brought the long one. Joe and Levi, great speech. I appreciate you guys did a great job. So, good afternoon and congratulations to the graduates, faculty, friends, and family of the class of 2022. I graduated from this fine institution in 1989, went on to Carroll College, and then the University of Wisconsin Medical School. I've been at Gunderson Health System in La Crosse for the past 25 years, worked in internal medicine, vascular medicine, and most recently serving as medical vice president. And I'm fully aware of the risk of you taking nothing away from this short speech. And in fact, I spoke at this same graduation 33 years ago, and I remember nothing about it. The only thing I remember is Randy Gable giving a speech that contained way too many baseball stories. If you know Randy, that is true. So because of this risk of irrelevance, I'm only going to give you one takeaway. Never stop learning. Never stop learning. Because this applies to everyone in the room, no matter what your age, I'm going to ask both the graduates and those in the audience to get involved and say, never stop learning with me. You ready? Never stop learning. Learning is investing in yourself and investing in your future. It gives you the foundation and the courage to explore new things. Continuous learning opens you up to opportunities that can change the course of your life in dramatic ways. I wasn't in middle school band. I wasn't even in band my freshman year. After my freshman year, Mike Trump told me they needed another trombone player, so I picked it up. In 3 short years, I learned enough to earn a trombone scholarship to Carroll College. If I wouldn't have taken the risk and learned something new, even though my classmates had a 5-year head start, I wouldn't have got a scholarship. Without that, I would have went to a college somewhere else and not had the small class size and direct teaching by PhDs that helped me as I entered medical school. Most importantly, I wouldn't have met my wonderful wife, Michelle. It's important to never stop learning. Say it with me again. Never stop learning. So after high school, you might think you're done with learning. Or if you go on to finish college, then you might think you're done with learning. Well, you could be. And then the world will leave you behind. The world is changing so fast that you must continually learn and grow just to keep up with your profession and in your life. If you never stop learning, you will develop a hunger to improve and to grow. You won't only be smarter, but probably wiser too. You'll be exposed to a broader range of people who will stretch you in different ways. You'll be better at adapting to change and more likely to be positioned for better opportunities as you progress in your career. But this is America, and you have a choice. W. Edwards Deming famously said, "It's not necessary to change. Survival is not mandatory." In the field of medicine, you'll be happy to hear that we're required by law to do continuing medical education to keep up with the rapid advancements in our field. But even if your chosen profession doesn't require it, if you never stop learning, you will set yourself apart from the crowd. And most importantly, position yourself to better serve your customers, your coworkers, your family, and your friends. It's important to never stop learning. Say it with me, please. Never stop learning. And maybe not for the graduates right now, but for the parents and grandparents in the crowd, as we get a little older, in our mid-30s and after, our memory and other mental abilities actually starts to go down. But you can actually prevent some of the decline by, guess what? Learning new things. Continually challenging your mind by putting yourself in situations where you have to solve new problems and learn new things is very helpful to keep you mentally sharp as you grow older. So to combat this decline, at age 45, I took a year to learn how to play the drum set to play in a band. It was cool to see the new connection develop in my brain as I learned to coordinate both arms and legs to stay with the rest of the band. And around age 50, I embarked on a 3-year MBA program to expand my administrative skills. I've been able to immediately apply what I learned to help me be a better leader for the sake of my teams. It's vitally important to never stop learning. Say it with me, please. Never stop learning. So some of you might be worried about that if you try to learn and try new things, you might fail. My response? I hope you fail. Not all the time, but some of the time. Here's the math. If you fail 30% of the time, or even 80% of the time, there's a 100% chance that you'll learn from each experience of failure, and you'll be shaped to be a more awesome version of yourself. And most of the time, you'll learn more from failing than from succeeding. Trying and failing is well known to improve our communication, leadership, problem solving, and decision making skills. If you're not failing, you're playing it too safe. You have to put yourself out there, lean into it, and give it your all. You think I was an awesome drummer that never made a mistake? Absolutely not. I crashed the band a few times for crying out loud. Learning drums was one of the most terrifying and humbling things I ever did, but I learned a ton in the process. Learning, failure, and growth. These 3 things go together. Don't be afraid to fail. So, graduates, faculty, family, and friends, how do you go about learning new things? In our world today, opportunities abound. Take the initiative and learn. Read leadership books. Listen to leadership podcasts. Learn a new hobby from YouTube. Pick up a new language. Learn chess and then play it online with strangers in different countries. When your employer asks you to be in a committee or take some additional on-the-job training, do it. Take a class online. Volunteer at a local nonprofit. If you learn, you will grow. and you'll have an incredible impact in your world. Invest in yourself. You owe it to the person in the mirror. Invest in yourself for your coworkers, for your family, and for your friends. Never stop learning. Say it with me one last time. Never stop learning. Thank you.
Keeping up with our tradition of a senior dedication, at this time we will have the senior video.
There comes a time when we heed a certain call, when the world must come together as one. There are people dying. Oh, it's time to lend a hand to life, the greatest gift of all. We can go on pretending day by day, 'cause the world
sway a little bit to us. A long time since I've heard that. Okay, Potosi School Board, friends and family. On behalf of the school district of Potosi, I certify that these students have completed all requirements of the school district of Potosi and the state of Wisconsin. Mr. Cohen of the Potosi Board of Education, I will now present to you the graduating class of 2022.
On behalf of the school district of Potosi, its Board of Education, the administration, and staff, we now accept the graduating class of 2022.
Michaela Kelly Bauer. Gracie Fern Breitsprecher. Summer Marie Buss. Natalie Renee Edge. Brady Allen Freeze. Levi Thomas Groom. Blake Matthew Hanfeld. Isaac James Tominiak. Ty Bradley Lightfried. Brady Ray Linneman. Connor Michael McKillop. Jessica Jean Noonan. Logan Maxwell Pennicamp. Bradley James Perry. Tori Mae Kleemer. Jason Richard Reiter. Kylie Ann Reiter. Ashton Robert Spitzak. Jacob Michael Thomas Coates. Anthony Charles Uloven. Logan Douglas Up and Up. Joseph Stephen Vogelsberg. Owen David Vogelsberg. Aspen Rose Walsh. Cameron Carolyn Weber. Gage Daniel Zentz. As we arrive at the end of the ceremony, I want to thank you all for attending today. Big thanks to the senior class advisors, Mrs. Hutchcroft, Mrs. Brunton, and Mr. Lynn for all their work. Thank you for John for speaking today as well. A special thank you for all the behind-the-scenes work to Jamie Pierce, Keith Oyen, Tammy Joel Taylor, Debbie Leifried, Chris Chaser, Amy Foote, and anyone else who has contributed in one way or another. We appreciate all your help and assistance in planning and organizing for today's ceremony. Graduates, it has been my privilege and an honor to have been able to serve you and your families the last 4 years. I can only hope that I've affected your lives as much as you have affected mine. Congratulations to you. It is your time and your future. Make the most of it. Do not look backwards. Look forward. Stay positive. Work hard. And believe the best is yet to come. I truly wish all of you the very best. Parents, the receiving line will be outside along school, so please make your way out there when the graduates leave. At this time, Mr. Cohen will close out the ceremony. Graduates, please stand.
Graduates of the class of 2022, on behalf of the Potosi Board of Education and the law of regulations of the state of Wisconsin, I now declare you graduates from Potosi High School. Please at this time turn your tassels from the right to the left. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Potosi High School class of 2022. Congratulations.
Another turning point, fork stuck in the road. Don't let you bother as to direction where to go. So make the best of this task and don't let's not expect you not about to live in time. Something to go, if the end is right. You got this time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind. Hanging on a shelf in good health and inside. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's unpredictable, if the end is right. You have the time of your life.
Thank you, Muskie.
I'm just standing outside the house. Please don't have the.
Okay, nice seeing you.